last and proudest, Imrahil, Prince of Dol Amroth, kinsman of the Lord, with gilded banners bearing his token of the ship and the silver swan, and a company of knights in full harness, riding grey, thick in the page, grey horses, and behind them 700 of men at arms, tall as lords, grey-eyed, dark-haired, singing as they came. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another, well, I say welcome back, this might be the first one, no, second, a modding preview for Gondor at War. For those of you who don't know, this is the mod which I work on, I do the scripting for it, and this is a little series that I'm going to start called a Fiefdom Focus, is what I'm going to call it, because everyone likes something where it's a double F sound. Basically, we're just going to be taking a look at the map of Gondor at War and the battle side, and looking at the specific units and stuff that's been added fiefdom by fiefdom. I thought naturally we've got to start with the most well-known and coolest fiefdom, arguably. We'll see. We'll have to find out by the end of the series who everyone's favourite fiefdom is. But we're going to start with Dol Amroth, or the Bay of Belfalas, however you want to call it. So let's get straight into it. We'll start with the main city itself, Dol Amroth. As you can see here, we've got this amazing CSM for it, made by Mav. You've got the port, oh god, that was really sensitive, wasn't it? And yeah, I really like this design. So if we select Dol Amroth, ignore the fact that that button's there, it should be down here, but honestly I just don't have time right now to put it in the right place after I just changed my screen resolution. I upped it. Basically, the way that these buttons are put in place is with coordinates. I set the coordinates up for HD. My monitor's 2K, so it's just in the wrong place. But anyway, that will be there. If I select this, it will show what the garrison is like for this particular building, or for the settlement. As you can see, we've got quite a large garrison here for Dol Amroth. So if at any time this settlement is sieged, whether it's by the AI or the player, or even if the player's playing, these units will spawn. So it's quite a sizable garrison in all honesty. I wouldn't be rushing to take that, but it's not so much that it should be an unbearable fight. It's just like, it's cool, it's thematic. It can get bigger over time. We can look over here, we can see what buildings garrisons are coming from. There are other buildings which can be built, which will spawn more garrison units. Yeah, most of these are coming from the unique building, the Tyrifier. Which is unchanged from DAC, but that's where all of the regional units are coming from. And then you can see you've got a couple of generic units coming from various buildings, which is quite cool. It means that the garrisons can be dynamically built depending on what's in the settlement. And then each of these units, they'll have their own replenishment that's tracked and so on, which is quite a nice touch, I thought. Ignore the experience and armor upgrades, that's all copy pasted. Like the actual units might be subject to change, but I reckon this should be pretty static. I feel like Dol Amroth should be pretty well defended. And you got a little preview of some of the new units that have been added in Gondor at War there. So that's Dol Amroth. We'll go on to the next one. We're going to skip at Helland. Actually, that might be removed. It's supposed to be removed. We'll see if that actually happens for the production version. So I haven't set up anything special for it. It's just getting the ones placed in the buildings there. Right, then, Mefrast. Mefrast is a new building, the Watchtower of Galador, which you can actually see on the campaign map there. It's got its own CSM again. Loads of settlements have got new CSMs in Gondor at War. So, and that gives you 2 Belfalas man-at-arms. Now this is obviously a much less substantial garrison than Dol Amroth. But even so, if the Corsairs decide to pull a fast one, which, let's be honest, there's always a good chance of that, that's definitely going to help bolster the defences. I might cut that down to 1 unit of halberds, we'll see. Yeah, but yeah, it's just a nice little touch. Then Lynn here, again, this one is also counted as Dol Amroth. I'll say that as part of the Belfalas province. So we're looking at, we can see, well, it's got 2, it's actually showing the wrong, if I say something again. So it's showing the wrong building icon. I have to figure out why that is, and I'm going to hook up this button to a load more events so it disappears more regularly. So it's a pain in the ass at the moment. But you know, this is a very much a beta build. There is going to be, well, even not even beta. This is an alpha, effectively. This is just a dev build, and I thought I'm going to wing it and do this because I wanted to do it. I'm excited to show stuff off. So yeah, that's also getting 2 of those. It's pulling through the right garrisons though, because if we come to Tarnos, we can see that actually didn't actually look at the unique building. We've got the Giltrain Woods, which provides some nice little bonuses. Pretty much every single Gondor region has its own building now, which is pretty cool. In Tarnos, you've got the workshop for Tarnos, so get rid of that. There you go. Trebuchets. You can't complain about a trebuchet. I think fitting with that, again, it's putting through the wrong UI. I'll sort that bug another time. I've got to leave him to go fight at a castle in like an hour. And I'm hoping to do some recording as well before this. Anyway. So, yeah, this one I decided to chuck a catapult in there. How useful it'll be, we'll find out. But, you know, it's an opportunity to throw a catapult in a garrison, why wouldn't I? And then I think that's it for the regions. Other than Ed Helland, which of course we're disqualifying. So, and Tarnos, of course, also has its own CSM. You can see the Effering one in the background there as well, but that'll be a part of another fiefdom focus. We've added so much that I thought it would be a nice way to divide it by fiefdoms like this. You have to let me know what you think of the format. But then we can look at the custom generals. So, there we go. It's got his correct one now. That's just a little scripting issue. That's interesting that they both appear at the same time. But I've hooked up this button for the bodyguards better. Let's just close that. Where it will actually only appear when a character is selected. That's what the other one's meant to do. I just need to finish it. So, bodyguard upgrade wise, you'll recognise this from the video that I posted previously. The UI will look smaller. That's because I haven't scaled it with my different resolution to what I was using before. But they will come. It will happen. Again, early dev build. So, anyway, Imrahil. He starts with the Royal Swan Guard, and then he has the upgrade option to go to the Knights of the Silver Swan if he gets 50,000 kills. Oh, sorry, 15,000 kills. But given how Imrahil is such a beast, that can pile up quite quickly. Arguable whether the Swan Knights are actually better, but obviously you don't have to upgrade them if you choose not to. So yeah, as well as his line, you've got the regular Dol Amroth line, the Amrothian one I've called it, which is the Belfalas Man-at-Arms, the Terrifier Wardens into the Royal Swan Guard. At the moment, Imrahil is the only one who gets the Swan Knights as an upgrade option. Everyone else is just stuck with this, but even just having the Swan Guard is a pretty potent one. So if I just find another...
Protect the blood of Numenor, Captain of Gondor.
Another general. Okay. So this is a little bit of an oversight on my part. He needs to be set up with a custom line. He is not yet. I'll remember that. Because he's got the tier 5 Wardens. Let's just close this menu. We'll look at the stats of units after the battle. Oh, sorry, on the battle side of things. But you can see they're a bit beastly. So he should have a unique path when he hasn't yet. I can sort that out. It's a nice opportunity for me to find issues. So yeah, these generals, as I select them, the script is firing in to establish what fiefdom they're from. So any subsequent generals that you get will be, if they have the Amrothian trait, will have the custom CSM and bodyguard upgrade stuff. So this one's actually correct where it says the next unit is the Wardens. So it should be, because he starts with the pikes. Not pikes, sorry, halberds. And yeah, there's 1,200 kills to get those, and then when you get that amount of kills, it's 1,200 gold to upgrade. I believe, maybe. No, 1,000 to upgrade. Yeah. Again, numbers subject to change. I haven't actually properly tested all of this and done a playthrough yet. But I will do soon. Maybe on the channel, who knows. So, I think that's everything that I wanted to show on the campaign map side of things. We've got cool CSMs. We've got the unique garrisons for everyone. And we've got the opportunity to have your unique generals from Dol Amroth with their new CSM. Let's just get him facing the right way. There you go. So yeah, he looks awesome. I don't think this is in... No, this won't be in DAC because this model isn't in DAC. So, let's crack on to the campaign map side of things. No, battles won. So, hello and welcome back. So, you'll be joining me here on the campaign map, or sorry, the battle map, where we look at each of the 4 units that Dol Amroth has as a fiefdom. So, let's get straight on into it. So, starting... Oh, that's the wrong one. Starting out with the Belfalas man-at-arms. This is their default look. They're quite heavily armoured for a unit that comes in quite early. You might recall from an earlier version that these guys were sword and board, but they're now halberdiers. And yeah, they got decent stats. They're not going to single-handedly carry the day. Can I just say that I really like their halberds? Yeah. But that's for an early game armor piercing unit. That is pretty strong, and you're never in a position where armor piercing is a bad thing. Let's be honest. Who's not gonna want that? So these guys will scale really well into the late game. Very useful unit. They do have an armor upgrade over here, where they just get a bit of extra plate on the arms. I think that's the only difference I can see. With a white tree of Gondor on it. It's very nice. As you can see, there's quite a lot of emphasis on variations. Loads of different tabard designs, some different ornamentation on the helmets. Very cool. I do like this unit a lot. This was originally made by Coma, and then it's been edited by Mav, I believe. So then if we come on over to the sword and board variation, these guys, they look very cool. As you can see, they're largely based on Gondor infantry, except from instead of they got the armor and decorated helmets. Like very nice. You can't really go wrong with a nice sword and board unit, let's be real. Yeah, stats wise, they are pretty beastly. 16 armor is a bit insane. That might need to be reduced a bit. I think that's higher than the Citadel Guard, which probably is a bit unintentional. So bear in mind these stats are subject to change. Maybe quite a bit of change. But hey ho. We haven't actually play tested yet. I brought a unit in because I wasn't sure if there was an armor upgrade, and it appears there isn't. I'm sure maybe we can fit one in at some point. Mav likes to do armor upgrades. But yeah, I do really like this version of them. As you can see, they're using the Gondor helmet as base. It's just got some extra detailing on it. But like, it makes it for quite a unique looking unit when it's done like this. So I do really like them. And then on to everyone's favourite, the Swan Knights. This is another model by Coma, and a very cool stylized take on it. It's more of a Lordor approach. Lordor meaning like lore accurate Gondor. There's like a nickname for it. That's why they haven't got the chest plates and so on. But they don't really need them with that massive armor stat. Like these guys, everyone knows the Swan Knights. Everyone loves the Swan Knights. I don't need to tell you why you love the Swan Knights or anything like that. These guys are awesome. Yeah, I'm massive fan of them. So that's all you need to know really. They're just bloody cool. I mean, as for an armor upgrade, do they have one? They do not. Apologies. But you can get them armor upgrades, so let's go into the campaign. Then finally, the bodyguard variation is exactly the same as the regular unit, I believe. I can't add. That's just Yep, they're exactly the same. I'm sure that they'll get changed up at some point. Mav has a tendency of redesigning every unit every 4 or 5 minutes, so we'll see. But anyway, let's see him on the battlefield. Also, if everyone could leave a comment, I'm going to say this before I forget, because otherwise I'll actually put a pike down the middle. Halberds even, that's several times I've done that now. If anyone would be interested in seeing a specific fiefdom next, then please let me know, because I don't really have a plan. They're just going against some generic Southrons, with it's a bit of an unbalanced battle in all honesty. Let's get the cab up there. You can just see these lines lurching forward. Cavalry ready to decimate on the flanks. Let's put you two in guard mode. Very nice. And we can see that I cannot actually micro successfully with 5 different units. We're actually not doing too hot over there. Ooh. And that was not the greatest charging angle. But even so, they just absolutely plough in there. If anyone says they dislike the Swan Knights, chances are they're either a Harad fanboy or a bit insane. But yeah, that charge is just... There's no hate in it.
Continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Admittedly, I didn't actually charge there. No, just crush anything. Faster forward now.
Our men have slain the
There we
enemy
go.
general.
And this should be the end of the battle, hopefully. Not quite. Even just leaving them in suspended combat against spearmen, they've not done too bad. I'll say that's quite a lot dead there. They've not done too badly. There you go. They've broken. Everyone's broken. They came back. So yeah, quite a lot of expansion been added to Dol Amroth, both as a location with like more, or sorry, Belfalas, bad habit, both as a location and in terms of their roster. Lots to make them more unique. They keep coming back.
The enemy army
I don't actually need to fight that battle well. Yeah. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a comment if you want to see any particular fiefdom next, because we've expanded them all. Literally all of them. Oh, I didn't even mention Belfalas in this video, which I was going to. I'll do that in the Peligir one instead, or Lebanon. So, thank you all for watching, and have a lovely rest of your day.